say this as delicately as I possibly can, but money is quite literally the only thing a lot of cishet men bring to the table.
I've been in. My girlfriend ain't gonna pay for anything. I take over her bills. You got a car note? I got that. You got an apartment? I got that. Your cell phone bill? You pay that. That's all you got. My mom want to come. My family's coming. Okay, I got them. I'll fly them in. I have a car service pick them up.
Do you realize that, like, rappers will hit a chick on Instagram, fly her out, give her 15 racks, have sex with her, take her shopping, then send her on her way?
Oh.
You ain't know that?
I mean, I guess, yeah. I don't really spend much time in that space, but yes, I'm not surprised.
Ask any girl 18 to 38.
And you've never done that?
I've never done that. Yeah. Never in my life, ever.
But some of your friends have.
Yeah.
I lived and died by that PFL, like that player for life.
Yeah.
Like I went through some phases in my player career, and I'm like, you look at the game now.
Sure.
With the whole, I walk in the club as a respected player.
Right.
And the game is so fucked up now. These little bros are still like, hey, they flirting with a nigga.
Yeah.
And I'm like, little bitch still like me. Then say, you got Cash App? It's not a surprising interaction to go, let's go kick it.
Right.
What you gonna give me?
Right.
Like, what? Who started this shit? These to hang out just because they wanted to hang out with a player. They hung out just because they had some good weed, just because they got to fly his house.
Yeah.
They wanted to hang out because they had a good personality, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Not Cash App.
I can get with a girl, I can take her shopping, I can buy her bag, she wants shoes, she want this, she want that. I'm going to spend that anyway. I get the straight cash, keep your boyfriend, I get what I want, and I get to once in a while look at your page like, damn, that shit was good. You know what I mean? I'd rather do that than all the extra emotions and this and that.
It still seems that every day I'm in the house, I gotta give out a rack after a rack after a rack after a rack.
Don't tell me that women ain't out here trying to hit men up for the bread. Yes, they are. That's a part of the whole relationship dynamic. Men understand this. Women understand that. Everyone understands it. Men do pursue women just to be intimate. Yes, women do pursue men just to get paper. You can go anywhere to get the lies, but I know you came here to get the truth. Welcome to the Alphasphere.
Welcome to the Alphasphere, the only place on the planet that's totally engulfed in positivity and totally submerged in alpha energy. I'm your host, Dr. BOA.
Been in. My girlfriend ain't gonna pay for anything. I take over her bills. You got a car note? I got that. You got an apartment? I got that. Your cell phone bill? You pay that. That's all you got. My mom want to come. My family's coming. Okay, I got them. I'll fly them in. I have a car service pick them up.
Well, you the one, boy.
I'm just old fashioned. I ain't opening no doors. Open your own damn door.
Right.
But for most of the stuff, everything else, I'm gonna take care of it. Took a picture of my dog today, and I looked at the comment. Man, Unc, you got the dog at the table? Yes. When I date women, say, look, the dog, they're gonna get on the bed. They're gonna get on the couch. They're gonna sleep in the bed. I'm gonna feed them table food. If you got a problem with the dogs, let me know now. We can't do anything. I don't care how fine you are. I don't care how much money you make. Dogs ain't going nowhere. They live here. You visit.
Problem. I hate old men that come and try to ask for my number and act like my young ass not gonna ask them for money. Bitch, you're 60. What was my 21-year-old gonna do with you? Like, let's act like we got a brain, sir.
There are some amount of men that, they're in their masculine and they understand that you're supposed to pursue a woman and court her and how to treat a woman. They understand they're supposed to protect and provide. But then you have the other half where they're just trying to figure out life and figure out where they fit in at. So a lot of them beat on their chest like King Kong and say they're alpha when they're really just a beta. Then you got some of them that claim that I'm masculine when they're really feminine. Society and a lot of things that's on social media, especially red pill content, got messed up. Well, men messed up.
We live in a society where women believe that their actions should be accepted and acceptable. No matter how foul they may be, no matter how far off the beaten path they may be, no matter how, whorish they may be, no matter how, just awfully off-putting they may be. And in many situations, men accept those. See, we're arriving at a time in this particular society where men are no longer accepting those things. Men are not accepting the fact that, okay, here's a woman who doesn't want to be what she is anymore. So now that she's aged out of, her thoughtastic voyage, now she wants me to look at her like she's never been that. She wants me to look at her like a changed woman. Here's the problem with that. She can't change. Everything that you do, the results and consequences and repercussions of those things will remain. All you can do is get tired of doing those things and elevate yourself to a new life. And that's what many men don't understand. So somebody sent me a quick video, man, of this chick, man, hood rat, another profanity-laced rant about something men don't do that women believe they should do. But here's the problem. You notice that when women want you to do something and they're upset that you don't do it, it's absolutely illogical. She wants to charge a fee for her time and her intimate favors, but she doesn't want to come out and say it. She wants you to offer the money so it won't seem like she's for sale. In other words, she wants something she's afraid to ask for, and she's blaming men for not forcing her into it. What you men have to understand is this. 9 times out of 10, with the beta male simp manginitis that's going on in this particular society, man, a woman that you meet is gonna be looking for some compensation. Now, if you such a fire, such a cold, such a raw, such a bold individual that she just has this inclination to align herself with your energy, that's something else. It works out totally different. But many men don't have that. Many men are out to just get laid. And so a woman will come into a situation assuming that that's what you want, and then assuming that all she's going to get out of that is a wet tail. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't assume that she's going to derive any type of pleasure out of it, because most men who pursue intimacy like that are just looking for their own self-pleasure. And if the woman doesn't connect with you in a way that makes her want to submit her, well, she can't even want to, that makes her intimate energy submit to you, and then she's not going to get pleasure from pleasing you. And so a woman just says, okay, I'm going to get this bag. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get this bag. I want this bag. That's what's coming my way. And many men, even though they know that's the case, they still want to perpetuate the energy of marriage. They want to say the woman only does that because of the men. No, the woman does that because she wants to do that. She wants to be compensated for her time. And here's the thing. A woman who can get 10 bands a month from a guy, she don't need to get married to get paid like that. That's 100 bands a year. 5 years, man, that's 500 bands. Where is a woman going to go and get that from any man she marries out here? She got to marry a very wealthy man to get that. And so women are starting to understand, instead of marrying the beta males, just date them. And instead of having one beta male that you marry and stay with for 5 years to get $500,000, why not have 10 beta males who all give you $1,000 a month? That's 10 bones. Or 10 beta males who all give you $10,000 a month. That's $100,000 a month. You got to keep in mind, man, that there are men out here who are in situations where they're absolutely financially successful, but they still don't have any type of inclination to view themselves as valuable, as deserving of beautiful women. And so they're going to pay what they weigh. They're going to pay her to stay. They're going to pay her even more to play. That's just the world we live in, man. So the reality of the scenario is that we as men have to accept that. You have to accept that. And as a woman, if you're a woman like this woman in this particular clip, in this first clip, you're going to have to understand that if you want it, you better ask for it. Closed mouths don't get fed. And so when you keep your mouth closed, don't sit there and complain because you're starving. Don't blame the man because you're starving, because he didn't volunteer something when you know that's what you wanted. If you want to make that type of exchange, baby girl, you got to initiate it. Now, you got some guys out here that'll just say, well, you should automatically give the woman something, like this guy right here. You see what I mean? Now, you got guys out here perpetuating this. You should just pay the woman, pay the woman, pay the woman. But is it because of the favor you're getting? He says it's because of the favor. Here's another guy who says that you should do it because you're emotionally attached, and avoid men who don't emotionally attach themselves enough to give you money for whatever. And the bottom line is, man, there are women out here who have money who don't want your money. You guys have to up your standards and deal with women who have their own money. They don't want your money. They don't need your money. They want the alpha energy, homie. The best women among us, the best quality women among us want alpha energy. They can make their own money. I'm talking about the hustlers. I'm talking about the doctors. I'm talking about the lawyers. I'm talking about all of these women, man, they want the alpha energy. Yes, it's hard to find. So a woman ages out of waiting for alpha energy or searching for alpha energy, and she just settles in a situation with a beta male that she doesn't even want. You dig what I'm saying? You have to keep in mind that no matter what you say, no matter what you do, no matter what you believe, the reality of the scenario is that there is a fair exchange between men and women. Now, there are several different circumstances and several different examples of that fair exchange. And one of those fair exchanges is finances in exchange for physical favors. There are many individuals, many couples who live off that. Long term. There are many long-term couples who live off that. You give me, then let's look at an example. You give me and I'll give you. Let's look at an example right here. This is a celebrity example. We just saw an average guy example saying that he gonna give a woman whatever she needs. He gonna always make sure she's straight. Here's another man on a higher level. It doesn't matter what your income level is. Your income level just determines, as a beta male, it only determines what level of woman you can afford to trick off on. That's all it is. If you're making $100,000 a year, you can afford to trick off a certain kind of woman. If you're making $1 million a year, you can afford to trick off on a better woman. Or you can afford to trick off on 5 of those women that you could have tricked off on with $100,000. The bottom line is tricking is a major part of this society. And it takes too much time, effort, and energy to try to cipher through the women who don't want the paper. You understand what I'm saying? Because there are some women out here that, man, it don't matter how raw your alpha energy is. There are some women out here, man, that, well, I ain't gonna say that, man. I ain't gonna say that. But you gotta have the ultimate level of alpha energy, man, for a woman that's about that bag to not even worry about the bag with you. Try to figure out how she can contribute to your bag. You see what I'm saying? And with me, that's my experience in life. A woman want to try to figure out how to contribute to my bag. You know why? Because she understands that putting whatever she's doing in my hands is gonna get her a better result on the back end. Many men don't function like that because you go into the situation valuing the body over the bag. You understand? You cannot put her body over the bag. You cannot. But many men do. And that's why I tell you men to apply these principles to the way you interact with women. Not because you got to be some dirt dog or you got to be out here, man, in the streets or in the life or on the turf or on the blade or none of that. But because those principles are the principles that will help you understand the mindset of a woman and what you must do in order to keep control of the situation, because every interaction is about control. There's no interaction that we have with anyone that isn't about control. The employer-employee interaction is about control. That's why when you see a superstar athlete like Kevin Durant making all the fuss he's making, you see LeBron James placing these demands on the management about who they need to bring in and all of these other things. It's because it's always a power struggle. Everything is a power struggle, man. If you don't wrap your mind around the fact that everything is in a power struggle, then you're going to always be in a position of powerlessness. And what kind of man wants that? What kind of man wants the position of powerlessness for his lifetime? Y'all better keep in mind, man, we ain't playing no games around here. The main thing that you got to keep in mind is that a woman wants what she wants. And unless you a hell of a man who sparks her femininity up out of her in a way that's never happened before, then she's going to get that out of you. And to you women, if you want it, you better ask for it. Because most men out here ain't finna offer it. It's a power dynamic struggle. Why am I going to give you the power if you don't request it? Speaking on behalf of other men, I ain't giving you the power no matter what you request. But you catch my drift. Y'all comment down below and let me know what you think about this topic, man. I look forward to hearing what you men have to say. I'm out.